Hello, good morning. Well, it's morning for me. I don't know what it is for everybody. It's quite early for me. Hello. Welcome to anime.
1998 anime. There's a certain style to it.
Yeah, sorry, I had to mute my mic there a second. I inhaled a bowl of cereal and it's like coating my mouth. It was very delicious. All right. So this is Magic Knight Rayearth. This is the very last Saturn game released in the US. You might have heard of it from that. So it's another Working Designs release, so we're gonna get into this. So I'll let the opening finish playing here a little bit, because they just took the anime season 1 opening, pasted their own version of the opening song on it, same tune, English lyrics, different from the anime English lyrics, by the way, and ran with it.
So if you read the manga, this is actually, I'm not sure if you're familiar with box sets that Magic Knight Rayearth came out with. This is the first box set, essentially.
Yep, first 3 volumes, I think, from the original release. So I think it was a 6-book series. Oh, we got Fario in the background. Hi, Fario. Alright, so I'm going to give a countdown to start running. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, go. And immediately skip a cutscene. Working Designs change number 1. They allow you to skip cutscenes. You cannot skip cutscenes in the Japanese version of the game.
Eventually.
We're gonna go over here. We're a little bit late. Come on, go back up. Go back up. I need to get underneath you. Thank you. So we're gonna wait for this kind lady to get above us and walk down. Oh, come back over here, please. Because we want to go up the tower, but we want to go up the side of the tower because it's a better view that way. Come on.
Hikaru says no. Absolutely not.
There we go. Okay. So we're gonna go up, and we're gonna go up and right, and okay, we're good. Wait for our HP to drain, as you can see at the top left. We have everybody in a party for some reason, even though we've met no one. And oh no, we're knocked out. What's gonna happen? Saturn loading times. Alright, and now we're in Sephiroth. That is called the Tokyo Tower skip. That skips about half hour of the game. All the unskippable cutscenes at the beginning, all the unskippable like voiced cutscenes, the first tutorial dungeon, a good chunk of the game was found to be skipped that way, just from an out-of-bounds clip. Before I talk to this guy, I'm gonna change my settings, message speed to fast, and different control scheme. Alright, so here in this first village, well, crash course on the plot, basically these 3 girls met in Tokyo Tower, and then something happened to send them to this other world because they were summoned there to save it. And then they had to get their weapons from the blacksmith Precia, and they met Makona, and they got attacked, and this guy got turned to stone, and stuff happened. So now we're here, and now we gotta save the world.
Wow, you just made it sound really underwhelming, but it's actually really amazing, guys.
Yeah, this is one of Clamp. Clamp is a manga circle made up by, I think it's either 5 or 6 women, I don't remember. That did a lot of classic series such as like Cardcaptor Sakura and Angelic Lair and Chobits. You might have heard of them. And this was their entry, I guess, into the magical girl genre a little bit, but also it's more of a magical warrior series. If you think of like the later series, like Nanoha is a more of a magical warrior series and a magical girl series. So something like that. A little bit different than Sailor Moon, but still somewhat similar.
It's basically what happens when you put Sailor Moon and Fushigi Yugi together, where you have the crossing of the dimensions to save the world.
This is isekai before it was isekai. So I know that's a very hot genre right now. So I guess if this show came out now, it'd be very, very popular. And that caterpillar just kind of ate me.
They should come out with a Blu-ray because it actually did have some really pretty graphics. And then if you ever saw the artwork designs, beautiful.
I think it might be out on Blu-ray. It's expensive though. It's a decent price, not as expensive as this game.
Yeah, we just looked up the prices, guys.
Yeah, this game runs about $400 for a complete copy. For a disc-only copy, it's still gonna take about $175. There's also, if you have $1,500 lying around, there is a prototype version disc, like on a burned CD, on eBay right now. So if you want to pick that up. So we're just going through the dungeon. This dungeon kind of teaches you more of the puzzle mechanics. So the first dungeon is more about movement, the one we skipped. This is more about the puzzle mechanics, shoving things onto blocks onto switches and pushing stuff and running around. I'm picking up a few safeties along the way here, some money.
When you have a moment, let me know so I can explain the magic glitch because we're going to be using it a lot.
Yep, once we get to the first boss, when I start using it.
Excellent.
Because this game, when I first started running this game, I just kind of ran it straight through, picked up a bunch of extra items, didn't really, route it very well, thinking, oh, this game takes about, 12 to 15 hours, maybe 10 hours to finish normally. So I routed it, got a 4-hour time, was like, okay, this is pretty good. And then Shentok came around and did a run where he beat me, and he had a bathroom break during his run and still beat my time, and I'm like, oh, okay. So, thanks to him, and a lot of routing from him and Mitjitsu, who's both a runner and a tasser, we were able to find a lot of glitches and get this time down to, the record is 126, I think. Has really good movement. And, I think if you noticed the, category for this run, it's called any % no police you skip. It's a little bit of a weird name. And that has to do with, a glitch that we'll be using later, called map glitch. And you can use that to skip from the first town to the very end of the game. I'm gonna leave the room and come back for that. There we go. You can jump over that gap, but I end up falling and my HP's running a little bit low on my other two characters, so I'm gonna play it safe. Get out of my way. So you can beat the game in about a half an hour, any %. The task, I think, is 13 minutes or something. So, because we skipped the first tutorial dungeon, we didn't get our first level up in the game. Level ups are gated by story progression. So we're actually a little bit weaker than we should be. We're missing 1 HP, and I forgot to switch characters here. I need to... Come on, switch characters and switch magic. There we go. We're a little weak right now. And we're gonna blow that guy away. And then we're gonna get some money. Alright, this is a healing fountain. We're gonna heal up. I'm gonna switch. No, I'm gonna
These
leave.
sprites
I'm gonna
are
leave
adorable.
through.
I love them.
I love the sprites. Alright, so now we're walking into our first boss. While this loads up, because Saturn loading times. I'm just gonna say working designs change number 2. Bosses and enemies were made stronger. So bosses have more HP, enemies have more HP, and they hit harder. So take it away with explaining what we're going to be doing with the magic glitch.
Okay, so magic glitch is going to be very abused during this run. Essentially what you're going to do is switch to one of the characters that has enough magic so they can cast a spell. Then you're going to press a switch character button, to switch the character whose spell you want to cast and hit the cast magic button directly after. The spell cast should be the character that you switch to. So what this does is it allows you to cast spells from characters who don't have enough magic. So endless magic. I hate this boss. Ugh, the spider. Okay.
Okay, good. He only had one more hit left when Hikaru got knocked out there. My positioning was a little bit off. But yeah, as you can see there, I was casting a flare arrow or fire arrow over and over and over again. Even though Hikaru had no magic to cast it, she has 3 magic max, and flare arrow costs 2 magic. So, I was switching between Fu and her to cast the magic over and over again. I actually forget where my split is supposed to be for that. I'm running my splits just to see what time I get, and I kind of forget where my split's supposed to be for beating that. It might have been when she leveled up, but I don't remember, so we're just gonna skip the split. Whatever. You're not seeing that. Yeah, so that's the first dungeon. Pretty easy. So now Hikaru got a level up. Yay. So her physical attack is going to be the strongest for a little while now.
No, there's no transformation cutscenes. Sorry, guys.
Besides, I skip all the cutscenes. So, working designs change number 3. They took out a lot of the voice acting in this game, probably because of budget issues, more than I'd say space. Because there is a lot of voicing in like the illustrated diary you can read. All that is voiced, but the Japanese version of this game, all the major characters have voices, and you can't skip through voiced text. So the Japanese version, unlike most RPG runs, is slower. And I'm gonna duck in here and get a safety potion. Watch this shopkeeper dance a little bit. Because you can't just hand over a potion, you can just, dance and we get it. That's just for backup, just in case magic glitch fails and I don't want to be using physical attacks on bosses. So I talked to this girl here, her name's Sarah. She has a little dragon named Jiminy. Oops, wrong button, I want this button. There we go. Everyone thinks Jiminy's creepy, but we think he's cute, so she likes us now. And what we need to do is we need to go back to the first town to find this guy that can teach us how to swim. Because we need to get up to the ice cave in the north, and there's no boats running because of all the whirlpools. So, of course, it's safer to swim around the whirlpools than to take a boat.
Because it makes so much sense.
So he's living in seclusion over there. I didn't get any lag that time. I got massive lag when I practiced this last night in that spot for some reason. I don't know why. By the way, if you do want to play this game and you don't mind not reading anything, or you can read Japanese, you can get a Japanese copy of this game for $5. It's very accessible. And you just need to have, it's very easy to play other region games on Saturn, so. Yeah, I got my copy, my Japanese copy was in a $5 bargain bin at a convention.
Don't forget there's also, emulators.
Yeah, there's the what we like to call the Steam store in a Discord I'm in. It's not really Steam, but it's on the computer. But anyway, here we are, going back to the beach town. And we have to go up this way to see Caltus, that's the guy's name, talking to Sarah. Because we told him that, hey, Sarah's okay, because he exiled himself because he couldn't save Sarah's last pet from drowning. And Sarah's like, look, I'm okay, and I have a new pet now, everything's fine. And we're being bad and eavesdropping. So this game is expensive because it was the last Saturn game released in the US. It had a very limited print run. Like, I've heard anywhere from like like 6 to 9,000 copies maybe. There's 3 disc variants, so I think they produce them in equal numbers. So I've heard anywhere like 6 to 9,000 copies, maybe some more than that, I don't know. So very limited print run. Saturn games, Saturn boxes tend to crack, so that drives the price up of complete in boxes. This game came with stickers. If you lose those, you don't got complete in box anymore. And this, disc rot and other problems of the era. These games are getting old, so. Alright, so we're learning how to swim, but Fu can't swim, so she gets a floaty. And now it's time for something very special.
Clef and Precia's Mysterious Sephiroth Lecture number 2! Hikaru and the others have mastered the skill known as Roaring Rapid Wave Cut.
Yes, in other words, the girls have learned how to swim like beavers.
Now they can journey to the ice cave on the island to the north.
By pressing the attack button while in the water, the girls swim forward. It's that easy.
Okay, that's it for now. We hope you're enjoying the game.
See you later, kids.
That was fun. As you can see, it was lecture number 2 because we skipped number 1. That was in the part we skipped. Alright, so here, the whirlpools are harder than they look. Just need to hold up for this part, go up and right, and then up again, and we're here. Alright, so second dungeon, a little bit longer than the first one we went through. I'm going to, as soon as I get through, I pressed a button. I wanted to press this button, I wanted to switch characters. So Hikaru doesn't get hit, and of course she got hit there. Now we're just gonna run straight across here. Oh, missed the door. So the special thing about blocks in this dungeon is they slide. Because it's ice. Oh, I got stuck on the block. I froze to the block. So you might notice me jumping between areas if possible. Oh, enemies. I'm going a really long roundabout way there because I don't want to get smacked. Going a long... Enemy in the doorway, thank you. Long roundabout way, just to dodge the enemies, but also I'm jumping between areas there to keep my running speed. Because you start running after a certain number of frames of walking in the same direction. And of course running is faster, so you want to run as much as possible.
I do enjoy the fact that these guys are running after you instead of like merging into your body like many games do.
Yes, it's very nice. I mean, there's only 3 of them, so it's good. Imagine if there was like 9 people or something.
Oh god.
Oh, missed it. There we go. We want to use magic glitch here just to so we don't need to grind for magic refill drops. I think that's the last time we need to use Hikaru's magic. We need to use Fu's magic in the upcoming room. That guy had my number. He was coming after me. Wait for this ball to pass, and go
Ouch.
here, and here. Oop. These guys don't hurt, but
They
they're
just slow
annoying.
you down?
Yeah, they just slow me down. Did we get all of them? No. Come on. I need to destroy all of them before the door opens. I think I heard the door. I heard the door open. Good. Sometimes one just kind of runs off to the side and is like, you can't get me. If you're just barely off center of blocks, you can't push them. So one more block puzzle. Come on. Step on the last one and heal up.
Chat, so I saw this mentioned at the beginning of the run, but who is your favorite, if you know this game at all? Or which one do you think is the cutest out of all three girls? You can identify them by color, by the way, since you aren't familiar with their names.
Yeah, so red one's Hikaru, green one's Fu, and blue one's Umi. For the record, I'm kind of split between Umi and Fu. Growing up, I liked Fu better, but I think I like Umi more. Just she's cooler. And my disc, I have the Umi disc variant. So disc variants are between the three characters.
See, I always loved Hikaru, but that was basically like she was the center of it all at the beginning. So, no, this is best girl right here, Makona.
Oh yeah, here's Makono. This is the first time we're seeing him. We're supposed to meet him earlier in Precia's house. We're gonna see Precia like at the very end of the game, by the way. That's when he joins our party. He's kind of like a bag of holding in a way. He's this mysterious little dude.
At one point, he becomes like their tent/cabin, and they're just like, "Where? What?"
Yeah, in this game, he just kind of pulls food out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's just this little cool morphin dude that goes papa. So I have a plushie of him. I brought him to this was run at RPG Limit Break earlier this year by Shentalk. I was on the couch for it, and I had a Makona plushie with me.
Sadly, I missed that. Yeah, they had like one of the small CDs that was a single song, and it was Makona basically singing, and it was the cutest thing ever. And I just used to fall asleep to that.
I love that song.
I love Clef. And let's see, who else is chat loving? You know what? Yeah, let's go with your favorite character. Let's not just relegate.
There we go. This ice is slipperier. I never had that happen before, where I start sliding on the ice like that. Oh. Alright, so if you heard there, Fu used her magic. That means Magic Glitch failed, because she tried to cast her magic, but I switched off characters. Basically, I was like a frame late.
Luckily, you have backup strats, though.
Yeah, luckily she still has magic to cast, so one more hit, this guy's done.
So who is the strongest for like physical attacks? Is it Hikaru?
Right now, Hikaru is the strongest. If you're going through normally, then it'd be Umi.
Yeah, and each character has their own little weapon that they level up throughout it. So, let's see. Umi, was she a fencer?
Yep. Almost forgot to skip that cutscene.
Okay, and then Fu was obviously going to be a archer. Ooh, I got bad news for you guys. If you enjoy the bad guys, I think it's a different outcome in the game versus the anime.
Yeah, just a smidge, just because this is a, truncated story. I, again,
Yeah,
don't
they
know
try
where
to
my
like
split
wrap
is.
it up.
Yeah, this game covers basically the first half of the story, the first season, the first 3 books of the manga. Some people like to say that the second season of the anime does not exist. It's very hit or miss. I don't like it. It gets weird.
It basically deals with the aftermath of season 1.
Yeah, it's like the aftermath's fine. The manga does it fine, except for like the very end. But season 2 of the anime, to pad things out, they change a lot of stuff. Almost forgot to skip the evil
Yeah,
people's
and
cutscene.
we're just gonna ignore the fact that the ending of the manga is a thing, so we make up our own endings.
My ascot.
Yeah, we got more voice acting here. All the evil people cutscenes are voice acted. So, cause we haven't met these guys yet. Crash Course, the big dude with all the spiky stuff in black. That's Zagat or Zagato. He's the main evil dude. The white-haired guy was Anova. He's his right-hand man. The little kid was Ascot. He also is the one he's the one that transformed Jiminy. The girl that we just saw in the cutscene was Caldina. She's going to be chasing after us next. Spoilers. And the person in the crystal was Alcyone. She tried to, beat us down when we first came to Sephiroth, and she failed, so she got trapped in Crystal because the evil people were kind of mad at her. So now that I did this wrong, but now that the whirlpools are gone, we can go to the next town. I don't know if you can hear it, but to swim, you have to mash the attack button. So I'm mashing my A button on my controller to swim forward. That's why we allow turbo in this run, so that your wrists don't completely conk out if you run this game a lot. We allow
Yeah.
turbo for text skipping and for swimming like that.
Oh, chat's giving some evil people appreciation. Good. The evil people do matter.
So here I want to switch to Fu because we get a slight displacement in the next cutscene, and lag. Where's the lag? Here's the lag. Oomph. Crispy lag. There we go. This is Feria. We're saying that we met him again. We haven't met him yet. He helped us in the Forest of Silence that we didn't go through. Fu has a crush on him. He might have a crush on Fu back. I don't know.
Who knows in game?
Fu got jealous and smacked him because he was playing his flute to attract all those other women. So Fu got a little jealous, and now we're gonna stay in the inn. Inns don't really do anything other than advance plot. They don't, because you revive your health via the fountains, so there's no need for inns like that. So the only time you can stay in inns is when you absolutely need to. And I think there's 3 in the game that you stay in for plot advancement, because everything happens at night.
That's convenient.
So when we walked past the entrance of the town, we saw another group of people. That was Caldina trying to. Here's Caldina here, trying to brainwash all the townspeople to go into this cave here, and she couldn't do it to the women because Feria was distracting them.
I love her. She's basically the type that is like, oh, okay, I've got these looks, I'm gonna use them.
So we noticed that the whole town is going for some meeting or something. I don't know. And we're gonna go check it out because it's suspicious. I'm just gonna. Also, I think this town is covered in snow because a volcano erupted nearby, and we're supposed to be looking for these machines. They're called. We got Umis in the last dungeon. That was that dragon thing. And there's supposed to be volcano, sea, and sky. So we found the one in the sea, and we're looking for the volcano one here because there's a volcano here. And also the evil people are looking for them so they can destroy them before we can get them to use. So this is a bewildering cave. This is a really annoying dungeon if you're just playing casually, because it's one giant map. And there's a lot of items here to pick up if you're going for like hundo or something. The lift. Oh, I keep running into the wall. So I had to make sure which direction I was going because I didn't want to get lost.
Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
Just keep walking in the right direction. So we're gonna go swim over here. Hit the... Also, it's a little hard to see what the layers are because there's a bunch of stuff on top of other things. We're gonna go up here, and there's another mirror up here. These mirrors, this is where Clef is talking to us. Clef being that magician guy that helped us out at the start and turned to stone. He's the one that's been giving us our new magic. So we get Umi's new magic here. And now we can, if you can see up to the top left, we can actually see our magic now. For up until we get our second spell, it's blank up there because we skip the first boss battles where we get our magic normally. Game just kind of glitches out, and we have the magic. It just doesn't show that we have it. For some reason, I keep blanking out on my controller layout. I don't know why today.
You're tired. It's early.
Yeah, it's kind of early. I need to switch.
I love that they have this setup inside a cave.
Yeah, it's just this whole nice. How'd they build this all here? So we're gonna use Water Tornado to destroy that enemy first, pick up this magic jewel, gain our magic back, and then use it to solve the puzzle here to get rid of the magic. I said magic, I meant fire. Get rid of the fire. Okay, we're gonna revive there, and...
Fire is magic.
Fire is magic. Magic is fire.
My favorite part, the black screen.
Saturn loading times. So, Caldina and Fario, they've already started fighting. We're gonna help.
So, magic glitch time?
Magic glitch time. Come, no, don't hit me. There we go. I have a health potion if things go completely south. So.
Okay. So basically, you're just using Umi and Hikaru's magic to try and take care of it.
Yep. I'm usually using Hikaru's here because it's a little bit easier to switch from Fu to her than from Umi from Fu to Umi. So I'm pressing the button layout has me pressing Z and C at the same time on the Saturn controller. And doing the other direction is pressing Y and C, and I have to change my grip to do that. There we go. Not bad.
Not bad for, you know, an escalator/elevator fight.
Yeah, so you have to use magic in that fight or Fu's attack. That's the only way to reach her unless she uses a specific attack where she comes over and you have to hit the right one that's dancing.
Aww.
So yeah, she's annoying to do casually, but if you're doing it casually, then you're gonna have Fu at one higher level, so she'll have her charged attack, and that helps. Also, you'll probably have more magic and stuff, because the way you rate, other than by level ups, you get I think 1 HP and 1 magic per level up. Other than that, you can pick up those HP and MP jewels to level up. There's a bunch of them in the game, hidden around places.
It seems my little pet Alcyone has vanished.
People are not pets, dude.
Nah, he's you know, putting another punch hole in his evil card. You gotta keep membership somehow.
Don't be a creep.
I need to go down here first. So we're gonna go back to the inn and talk to the receptionist, and she'll tell us where to go next. This game also has like a lot of fun NPCs. It's a working designs game. they have a lot of fun and sometimes strange pop culture references in their game. So like all the NPCs are going to have funny dialogue usually, and there's some interactable. What do you call those things? Objects on the screen that you can talk to. That I went the wrong direction. That you can talk to do stuff. I'm supposed to go here after the next part.
I think at one point, who is it? Umi reads a book and she's reading half of it out loud, and then she goes, "Oh my, maybe I shouldn't finish this out loud."
There's this one decoration in one town you can look through, and it gives a certain AC/DC reference. I think that's the group that did that song. Yeah, a lot of pop culture references as they were famous for. It's not as in your face as like the Lunar games were, but they're there. So here, we talk to this guy here. His name is Rafarga, and he's a beefcake, as Umi said, and he's gonna teach us the pulverizing bash, something like that, to break that rock that I walked by too early. So there's a debug thing in the Japanese version of the game only, where you can give yourself all the skills, but you can't skip this cutscene. There's a flag here that you have to see this cutscene and like learn the skill to actually make that rock breakable. So we tried, or Shentok tried rather, to use that debug code and break the rock early and skip this whole segment, but you can't do that because the rock doesn't become actively breakable until you see all this. But the cool thing about the debug thing is you get instant dash, so you just be able to run everywhere without having to walk for a certain amount of frames. Which we would learn in the run anyway, because it'd be a required skill. But there's a reason why we don't learn that skill, and when we get to that area, it's like the one, not the next. There's like a mini dungeon next, and then there's a big dungeon next. It's after that. So we were talking to Rafarga because everything happens at night, and there's a bug in the bed.
Oh my god.
Fu doesn't care. Umi does.
She's a deep sleeper. I love this. You did it. Good job. 3 of you couldn't get through it, but you did.
Mysterious Sephiroth Lecture number 3. You've just mastered the skill known as the pulverizing bash.
Oh god, the tutorial.
Indeed. By running to increase your speed, the power to throw yourselves increases as well. You can destroy places with weak foundations.
This
or
is the
small
Sega Saturn.
grounds with incredible ease.
But be sure to give yourself plenty of room to run, so you can increase your speed.
That's right. Make a good approach, start running, and then boom!
That's all for today, kids. We'll let you get back to your game now. Have fun.
That's all for today, kids.
We're all kids at heart. So the best thing about that tutorial is during that line when Clef is saying, get a running start and then boom, you can hear his voice actor snap before he says boom, and they just left it in because why not? Yes, this game has outtakes. Another working design staple. I think you have to beat the game. I think you have to unlock them. I don't remember how. I don't have a completed save file on my Saturn anymore because I had to replace the save battery. But this game does have outtakes, like most working designs games. But they're more accessible than some other games. Like Lunar, you had to like beat the game, and just watch the credits. And at the end of the credits, they had the outtakes. But yeah, this one and the Growlancer games have the outtakes. I want to go this way. This dungeon's a little bit maze-like. Also, this is very obvious where you can tell that they upped the damage of the enemies. We're just gonna face tank this room.
No, just descend into the inferno.
Missed that jump. Because the enemies
Oh
were
my
in the
God.
way. There we go, okay. There we go. I'm gonna go up here to avoid that guy, and then kind of lure that.
Chat, can I just say how much I love you? I'm watching all of this talking about the proper components and spells, and you're all so intelligent. I love it.
Go away. Not you. This enemy guy that's coming up behind me. Usually I have Hikaru there and she can hit more blocks at once. But got a little unlucky there. Come on, fireballs, go away. I'm gonna wait for these fireballs to despawn so I can get running speed. Okay, here we go. Cause I gotta make this big old jump. And then just take my butt and run across here, and there we go. Run up here and destroy those blocks. Oops, missed the jump there. Some of the transitions between areas are a little wonky. Like they're not where you think they would be. So sometimes I miss getting the jump. And again, I'm doing that to try to keep running speed between areas. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Alright, now it's time for my least favorite dungeon in the game, and I do apologize if I completely messed this up. It's another maze dungeon!
Everything's on fire.
As everything's on fire. This is fine.
It's okay.
I am content with the situation right now. Alright,
Too
go
bad
up the
somebody doesn't have
stairs.
water magic.
South. East. Around. Down the stairs. I'm just gonna be reading this dungeon out loud to myself. Down the stairs. Head south. East. There's these rats running around. They're on fire. Southeast. Enter the room. Because everything's on fire.
Of course. Yeah,
Grab
this
the
is
blue key.
that gif of this is fine.
Head back up the stairs. Take the door to the north.
Doot, doot, doot.
Go down, around, over the fire. Over the fire. This should be an Olympic sport, fire jumping. All the way west. Go south for the... And the enemies run faster than you?
It's their natural environment, that's why. You're busy, you are inhaling a lot of stuff.
Back up the stairs to the main. Please leave me alone. Oh. Okay, Hikaru's down, that's fine. There are the stairs. Back up the stairs. Jump here. Jump there. Through this door. Through this door. Nope, not through that door. That door comes later. It's this door down here.
Yeah, this is definitely
This
a
blue
pain.
door. This blue door. This red door. Through the hole. Get the green key. Alright, now I'm good.
Yay!
Back up the stairs again. Over the fire, jumping again.
Into the woods to Grandma's house.
Of course, that wall crumbles, so I don't know why we needed the key anyway. So when you hit the fire, it's like a floor hazard, so it counts as like you falling in a. Hello, please let me through.
No! You shall not pass.
There we go. Okay, there's a fountain here. We're good. We're fine. Let's go down south here. And... I don't like that dungeon.
But you did it!
I did it. I got to the boss. We're here at the boss again. I need to switch to Umi and switch her magic. There we go. I thought the cutscene started right away in this room, but okay. There's gonna be a bad word. Sorry. Alright, we're fine.
And here we go. These are the fire skulls coming up. What's going to happen is that Umi is using a water tornado spell. Over and over again.
Perfect. Alright.
Yay!
Yeah, he's weak to water. Fu's magic does, like, nothing to him, and Hikaru... It does very little to him, and Hikaru's magic does nothing to him. Because you can't fight fire with fire in this game.
And if you use wind on fire, I'm sure only bad things happen. So, level up!
Yeah, Umi gets another level up. I think she might be the strongest right now. I don't want to look into my pause menu to check. But,
We'll just assume that she is.
we'll assume that she's the strongest, because she's, the best.
No bias, huh? Well, Makona could take care of all of this.
Papa? Okay, meanwhile, the evil people's lair.
It seems as if Alcyone has been denied success.
It's their
once
morning
more.
meeting.
She not only departed without your permission,
Yeah, not only did Alcyone lose, but she didn't bring the donuts in like she promised.
it is nothing short of a complete disgrace, my lord. I take full
Innova takes it a little bit
responsibility
too
for
far. I guess he
enslaving
really wanted
her
those
passions.
donuts.
I am prepared to die, master.
Charming. but
Wow.
unnecessary for now, Innova. Just continue to monitor her activities.
As you wish, my lord.
So Ascot's starting to have a think about is this really right? Is this the cool thing to do? Fight these girls that are trying to save this world that I live in? Because this is my home. They're trying to save it. All right. So everything's not on fire anymore. Everything's fine.
Yay.
We're gonna move on to the next town. Where we're just gonna walk through the next town. There's nothing important happening in the next town, so we don't care. So we could go visit the hospital and find out that they're running out of medicine, and they make medicine via the Tree of Life, and there's only one leaf left on the Tree of Life. And then we would, could volunteer to go get that leaf and go all the way up this giant tree, learning how to run along the way from this guy that wants to take Umi on a date. And we could go fight Alcyone at the top of the tree, but we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, so we're just gonna bypass it.
Yeah. So this is a trick called Boulder Skip that I'll be doing, hopefully quickly, in a bit here. This is a version of the map glitch that I explained earlier. Essentially, when certain transitions happen between little cutscenes and going back to control, you can hit the map button on one frame. It's frame perfect trick. First try.
That was awesome.
So that is a
First
frame
try.
perfect trick. I don't know how many frames this game runs at, but frame perfect trick. We shrink ourselves to the map because we're confusing the game to thinking we went onto the world map, and it changes our hitbox, and we're able to walk around that boulder. And I did not get the follow-up to the glitch, unfortunately. There's a follow-up there, where if you hit the map button again on a certain frame during the transition, it resets the glitch and lets you do the transition normally between areas. So I'm going to have to leave town and come back in to fix the map. Because doing the map glitch since you saw me kind of offset on the map there, and it didn't do the normal map transition, and like my sprites were big and everything, it doesn't open up this path between them. We need this map path open for later, or else we'll get stuck, and that's not good. All right, so that's all fixed up.
This game is just so cute.
This game is cute. I'm going through this game very fast. It's about an hour, less than an hour into the game, and we're about halfway through, I'd say. This game, I'd say, takes about like 12, 15, maybe 10 hours if you're fast to go through. I'd say closer to 12 or 15 if you're trying to get everything. There's a bunch of hidden items you can get and collect. These things called rainbow jewels, they unlock a bunch of stuff. So we're going to talk to this kid here. We can't skip this text because the game thinks it's being voiced. So all the data for the games being, like, the cutscenes being voiced is still in the game. There's just some stuff that bypassed it. But this one gets a little bugged out, so their mouths are moving, and we can't advance the text as fast as normal, because we think it's talking, but there's no voice acting here, because they didn't record any. So there's a monster. This kid wants to defeat it, and we're like, it's too dangerous. Let us do it. So we're gonna stay at his dad's inn for the night. And of course, because everything happens at night, remember, that's the most important thing in role-playing games. The monster's gonna wake up, and the kid, his name's Nero, he's gonna go off and try to fight it.
Well, this would have been solved if you actually spoke to him and were like, hey, this is dangerous, we're gonna do it, you wait, stay with your mother.
Yeah, he wants to avenge his mother. His mother got injured, like, I think like a bookcase fell on her or something. She's fine, but he's like, my mom got hurt, I want to go beat this monster up.
See, that's all the more reason to stay, though.
Yeah, stay and take care of your mom, who got a bookcase fell on her. So
Oh, at least he popped in to say hi.
Oh, that's the wrong direction. The stairs are over. Nope, the stairs are to the right. There they are. There's the stairs. It's a little hard to see because we're on the second floor and it kind of fades in. I think we can just go this way to get to the dungeon. Yes, we can.
Don't worry, they sleep in Makona when they're out and about.
Yes, Makona can turn into a tent, so they're fine. Alright. So here's this mysterious island here with these orbs. We can touch the orbs and the whole island moves.
It's a monster.
I don't know why it knows how to, like, we press the button and it goes to that direction. It's a very smart island. Alright, so this is my second least favorite dungeon. There's two halves to it. The enemies here hit like trains. We don't want to get knocked out until the very end. So we want to take damage, but not too much damage. So I had a monkey fall on my head, and that kind of messes my doesn't mess my control up, but he's very annoying. So we're gonna use a magic there. I'm gonna grab that magic just to make things easier. All right. No, we want to go south. This is also kind of another maze, so I apologize if I get lost.
They should give you a map.
Yeah, there should be a map.
I mean, I'd still get lost, but there should be a map.
Please get out of my way. I could use my charge magic, but... Alright, so here, go in here, and... Puzzle dungeon, so blow the leaves away. Get this guy out of the way. There's no health drops, okay. I'm just gonna... Oh, we wanna go up here. Cross the bridge, then go down and around. I'm gonna get this guy out of my way. This is my charged attack, by the way. I'm holding down the button and charging up my physical attack to do a little bit more damage. Go around that tree. Keep heading to the north. That's fine. I'm gonna blast him though. Through the hole.
These poor monsters.
Down and around. Okay. Wanna go up? Oop. It's fine. No, down the waterfall. Underneath. See, this is a giant maze, and the two halves look very similar, so it's... And they're very different paths on these two halves, so... But we're in good shape.
Did we lose Hikaru?
This is fine. It's good to have just one character left. Okay.
Oh
Careful.
no!
Careful here. I still want to go down this waterfall to the right. You want to get running speed. Okay.
Now they've got boo-boos.
Okay, we're fine now. We got the medallion, so we can go back to that butterfly or something and get knocked out now. Because normally you have to walk through the whole dungeon back to the entrance, but you can just take a death wall instead. That's actually really good position I ended up in. So just getting knocked out just sends you back to the start of the dungeon, which is exactly what we want. So that's the first half of the dungeon. Yay! So now you need to go to the other side. Far north as I can go past the tree. South bridge, go into the water, go right into the cave. This side I think is a little bit easier because it's a little bit more separated out. There's like a couple screen transitions. So hopefully I won't get too lost. As you can see, they do look very similar. They're just very different layouts, but the graphics and the enemies and, you know, like it's a cohesive dungeon or something. So if you notice there at that last, careful from this guy. There's two of them there, okay. I had to get run speed to hit that boulder. Ooh, I'm gonna take this health. Run speed to get that boulder. Part of that stuff that we skipped in the last town, involved... Go into the water. Involved learning how to run from a standstill, and we skipped that, so we don't have that skill. This kind of comes into play in the very last dungeon of the game. There's some very annoying jumps to do without running. Take that health. Is this necessary? No. Okay. So you can only carry one potion of each kind at a time, and I think I have both of my potions still. Alright, so now you want to head south, and these trees are going to explode.
Like they do.
I need to switch characters because I need to take damage here to get through here. Okay, that's fine. We're good. That's a health potion in there. We go across the stairs. Down the stairs. There's two chimeras here. I don't know what they really are. I call them chimeras because they look like them. The health. I need a damage boost again here. There's one more chimera out here, and we're just gonna hopefully run into the cave. Nope, I don't have run speed. Come on, give me run speed. Please, give me run speed.
You can do it.
Just gonna blow him away. Run speed. Okay, I need to grab this fountain. Just kind of distract him again. Oh, of course I knocked him out there. I didn't know it took 2 wins, so that's would have take a little bit more time for the death warp at the end. Okay, come on. Run speed. Run speed, there we go. Alright, now I know that chimeras take 2 wins to get knocked out, so now I have to wait for him to knock me out. I should take 2 hits per character. So we get to just sit here and do the death animations.
Huh. So are we coming up on like the best boss ever?
It's a cool boss. He's very easy. He's not anything special.
That's why he's the best.
This is one of the bosses where we used to use physical attacks, but switched to doing magical, because it actually ended up being, the time after we got the boulder skip, it evened out the amount of attacks you needed to do, or something like that. I don't really remember. For a while we used magic, then we used physical attacks because magic lagged, and then we just used magic because it's ended up evening out. So we put these 2 medallions in the back of the island. And, it shakes even more because apparently it didn't like having those put in there.
Did not see this coming.
Yeah. Oh, spoilers, the island was actually a monster. And he captured the kid.
No, he's just holding the kid. That's all. Doesn't want him to fall into the water. So this boss is super easy just because it's just attacking using magic until he goes down. That's it.
Oh, yeah, there's a special property that some bosses have where they're either monsters or human.
So this one's human, obviously.
This one, yeah, obviously a human. I need to use my magic potion there. Human bosses, you need to wait for them to finish blinking before you can cast magic again to hit them properly, but that was the wrong magic in the first place. But monster bosses, they don't need to finish blinking, so you can just kind of chain magic them if you're doing everything okay. Okay, he's done. Phew.
I'm really glad that we're not doing any damage to Nero.
Yeah, somehow, despite all that magic hitting, Nero's was fine.
Now Makona saves the day.
Because he can talk to monsters.
And Hikaru can talk to him.
So, the turtle monster was just like, all this stuff was on my back, so I was trying to shake it off. That's why there was, earthquakes and stuff. And he agrees to, because it's a flying turtle, he agrees to take us to the Sky Garden, because we're still looking for those machines, remember? And one of them's supposed to be in the sky. And there's a very, very, I don't know, high-class group of people that live up in the sky that haven't seen people from the ground in, like, forever, because things stopped going down there for some reason. I don't remember why.
Nobody
I
ever
don't know.
fell down.
Yeah. people from the ground don't come up, and people from the sky don't go down. So now we're here. Oh, hold on. I need to go to the mayor's house. Since we're here, might as well go check in with the mayor and say, hey, introduce ourselves. Promise we're not going to bring any bad things to his town.
I hope that's not the opening statement. Hi, we're new here. We promise there's not going to be any death and destruction.
So we want to go into the Heaven's Labyrinth dungeon area place where the statue is that this goddess they pray to is there. So, but the guy won't give us the key because he thinks we're going to do something bad there. So he calls Hans, and Hans throws us out.
Aw.
So she gives a hint by saying, we should just go try tomorrow. So that's a hint to go find the inn and go stay at the inn. If we go explore the town, we'll find Fario with the mysterious woman that he's hanging around, and he looks kind of weird. And we can also go farther south there and find Rafarga, who's all armored up because we apparently inspired him to take up arms again to fight and rescue the princess. Oh yeah, we're rescuing. I think I never mentioned we're actually trying to rescue a princess. We're trying to save the world by rescuing the princess that got captured by Zagot, who was her one of her confidants. So we're gonna go back and talk to the mayor again. The key got stolen, and because we're the people who asked about it yesterday, obviously we stole it.
I love how Hikaru becomes like a little cat.
Yes. Just like cat.
That's why she can talk to Makona.
Yes, because Makona is obviously a cat.
All animals are alike. Oh, those are comfy beds.
Hey, at least there's 3 of them. Like, this cell was made for us. There's 3 beds, and it's huge, and... So, because in every, action RPG, there's a jail sequence. You get captured and sent to jail. But we're gonna escape. Because Fu can pick locks.
Nobody questions why.
And now for the obligatory stealth sequence.
Da-na-na-na-na.
So these guards, their vision is weird. It's kind of like the Zelda guards, like Ocarina of Time. They can see right in front of them, and they can kind of see to their sides. So, I'm gonna take this a little slow, just because I've had some bad luck with some pixels recently. That might mess up the timing for this next one, but I should be fine. Okay, yeah, we're good. I'm gonna go around here. Wait
So
for
if
this
any of
guy
your
to come
characters
back.
are seen...
Nope, just the lead character.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah,
that's
there's
the
a lot
first
of Hans.
There's a lot of Hans. What's the plural of Hans?
Hanses? Hansai?
Alright, so... This next guy down at the very bottom here, you can walk behind him and sneak behind him. But that is extremely hard to do, so I'm just gonna wait for him to go through. Hansen. Hansen.
No, if
That sounds very
teasing or
German.
not.
I used to know how to speak German, but that was a long time ago. This guy, I'm going to try this here and hopefully... Okay, good, we got it. I learned how to do that last night. Sneak behind him at the very bottom because there's a guy at the top, and then just kind of loop around him when he turns in the corner. So, first try stealth sequence. That's very good. You'd lose a lot of time if you get caught. You have to start all the way at the beginning. So we climb through the, because we had to have Fu there at the lead because she has glasses so she can see better. So she notices that she notices there was footsteps in the fireplace. That's what that thing's called, fireplace. And we follow the chimney somehow to Fario, and to the flute. We find Fario's flute on the roof, and we find Fario here, and he's covered in soot. But there's more texture to mash. All right. So Fario's all covered in soot, and he's with a mysterious woman, and she kissed him. Ew. You know, I wouldn't kiss someone covered in soot. So something's wrong there, because Fario didn't even notice Fu. So we're gonna go down here and talk to Rafarga, armored Rafarga, and he's saying, like, you know, if someone stole the key, they're probably gonna go try to get into the Heaven's Labyrinth. So we're gonna wait and spy again. We're good at spying, and see who comes by and unlocks the door.
What? Oh wait, no, he's just hailing.
Oh, here we go.
Did not see that coming.
No, totally didn't see that coming. That Fario and this mysterious woman, who's all covered up and mysterious, gets into the Heaven's Labyrinth. Oh no! So they just leave the door open, and we're gonna go follow them. So this dungeon, it's very large. You learn Fu's third magic spell in it, which is just like a protective barrier to get you over gaps and stuff, and it's too long, so we're just not gonna do it. Also, we were supposed to learn Umi's third magic in that one area we skipped, but we didn't. I didn't get run speed, so I gotta go back up front here. So back when we did that boulder skip, I need these islands to align properly. There we go. Okay, here we go. We were supposed to learn Umi's third magic in one of we skipped 2 dungeons by doing the boulder skip. We're supposed to learn Umi's third magic in one of them, and we didn't. It's not necessary. It's only used in a puzzle in that dungeon. Same with Fu's magic that we're supposed to learn here. It's only used as a puzzle in this dungeon. So I am jumping between the transitions here to try to do a glitch. And I'm jumping too early, I think, or late. Nope, still not happening. Come on. Switch to Hikaru.
She's a better jumper.
I know when it happens because I will land and the screen transition will still happen. Nope, come on. I'm using that rock off to the left as a kind of a... There we go. Judge. Okay. So what this does is I'm in the first room, but I've loaded the collision and some sprites of a room near the end of the dungeon. This was the first glitch we found in the game. Mijitsu found a knockback glitch from an enemy to skip this dungeon, and then just started jumping around a bunch and found that. And that cuts out this entire dungeon. Well, we still have to fight the boss, but it cuts out, like, doing the dungeon. Alright, so if you didn't notice, I haven't been skipping a lot of cutscenes, because cutscenes haven't been happening, because a lot of the middle plot in this game is original to the game. All these anime cutscenes that I'm skipping are from the anime itself, because this game came out around the same time the anime did. The game originally came out in 1995 in Japan. It didn't come out until 98 in the US because of various issues with code being lost and the head of Sega of America not liking anime 2D games. So it's a kind of a miracle this game came out at all. So it's Alcyone again. That statue behind there is is the machine we're looking for. But first we gotta defeat this bird.
So is this the bird that they've all been hailing?
Not this one.
So for the giant bird, basically you're just going to use up all of your magic.
Oh, I didn't get
All
the
of-
glitch. Okay.
All the magic should be doing about the same amount of damage.
Yep. So we're just gonna use magic glitch just to spare. And I didn't get the. I was in the wrong position. I didn't go down far enough to get the positioning glitch for this boss. Unfortunately, you can stand like right kind of here. I was too far up, and he'll just float around you, and not be a butt and dodge all the time and attack. So this will be a little bit slower and a little bit more dangerous than usual. Oh, there we go. But he'll still go down pretty quickly. Just there's gonna be a cutscene in the middle where Alcyone shows up and
So to answer chat, Fario, like a lot of these villains, actually have a redemption arc in the anime/manga. They are good guys, but unfortunately they just went wrong.
yeah. Fario's a good guy. Rafarga, Ascot, Caldina, they all get redemption arcs. I don't think Alcyone does, although in the manga she doesn't, but the anime she does.
Do not remember the anime for that.
Because I think Alcyone dies in the manga, but doesn't in the anime. And because I know she's in the second season of the anime. Okay, that bird wasn't too bad.
You had it down.
I got him, but there's a nice glitch you can do where he'll just kind of circle around you the whole time and not attack. So we rescue Fario. Fario was just brainwashed there, and we rescued him, and this is the giant bird that they were praying to. And it's Fu's machine. His name is Wyndham. It's been a while since we got the last machine. It's kind of like, oh, yeah, we're trying to collect those.
Forgot about that. Love the naming of it.
Yeah, a lot of the characters named after cars too, different car models.
Curse the fortitude of Rafarga. His will was much stronger.
Because
So chat wants to know, is there a most notable tech glitch in the run?
To address this situation?
Magic glitch?
most notable, I'd say magic glitch, because that cuts down on a lot of the boss strategies. Because a lot of the boss strategies before were
Exactly as you
attack it with magic and then poke it till it dies, and it took a long time. For example, when the task was first made, it was like a 27-minute task because you skip to the final dungeon and you can't cast your strongest spell, so you just kind of poke the boss to death while dodging. That was a weird graphical glitch. So it took a long time because it was very repetitive. And also you had to do the first version of the task did the second dungeon, the tempting cave. So then it was found out that the magic glitch was thought to be Japanese exclusive, but turns out you can use it in this version too. Cut that task down by half, and it bumped the task up by one tier. Task being tool assisted speedrun, done via computer tools and frame advanced, trying to find the perfect setting and everything. So the task is now 13 minutes. Skips the first dungeon because it found a sooner map glitch. Goes straight to the final dungeon. Uses magic glitch on all the last bosses. So yeah, magic glitch was definitely, I'd say, the top tier one. Second would be the Tokyo Tower skip, just because you skip the beginning dungeon and cutscenes that took a lot of time. We used to use the intro half hour of the game to explain the plot and everything, because we couldn't skip it, but now we just kind of weave it in as it happens. Anyway, so Rafarga's alive. He fell down very far, and he hit his head. So we need to go back to the Tree of Life to get some of the medicine there. And you're saying, wait, but I thought we didn't get any medicine because we didn't do that. Well, thanks to the magic of, flags in games, even though we didn't do this dungeon, the flags are nice and still hit at this point. That's why we were able to use the boulder skip. Because if that flag wasn't triggered, and if we came up here and then talked to the person at the hospital and said, if she started doing the, hey, we need medicine, then that would be, oh, we can't use that glitch. But since she just gives us the medicine, that means that glitch is fine. That's one of the biggest things about finding glitches in speedrunning, is making sure everything still works out that you can beat the game. Because you can find a skip, but then, 20 minutes down the road, if you end up blocked because you didn't hit a flag for later in the code, then that glitch is useless, because you can't beat the game then. Wait, I could have just used the map there instead of having to run outside. But so we got the elixir. And now we're going to walk back down to the Whispering Woods. We could go through, there's like a little shop in between these two towns. We could go through there, but it kind of evens out between loading times and just walking on the map. So we're gonna give the medicine to Rafarga. And he remembers us, but Zagot is still controlling him, unfortunately, so he's gonna get a massive migraine.
Chat asks, is the Pleaso skip what lets you skip to the final dungeon?
Yes. Pleaso is the first town in the game, which is why it's called Pleaso Skip. The final dungeon's located there, and you can do map glitch to change your collision to walk around the boulder that normally blocks your path until the very end of the game. So Innova and Alcyone are fighting over who gets to beat us up.
It's an honor.
Innova attacks Alcyone and really gives her a critical hit. So she's pretty injured. Ow. So now Rafarga, he's a human boss, so we do have to wait until he stops flashing to attack. Ow. He is just smacking me. Okay, that's...
If all goes well, you should be using the magic glitch, right?
Yeah. And of course, as soon as that happens, as soon as we say that, I miss it.
Oh no! So the backup is just to use Hikaru.
And Hikaru's dead now, but I think I missed that. I have a magic potion in case things go completely south.
I jinxed it, I'm sorry.
That's fine. Somehow I missed that. Sometimes you can hit him when he's doing attacks, sometimes you can't. Okay, he's gonna turn red. Nope. Sometimes you can hit him during that wave attack that he does.
For the people that are just tuning in, magic glitch. Hold on one sec.
Okay, I need to use my health potion rather here. Where are you? Of course he had one hit left.
Okay, so magic glitch is when you switch to a character that has enough magic, and then you're going to press the switch character button to move to another character whose spell you want to cast. Once you hit the cast magic button, then it should be it allows you to cast spells from characters who don't have enough magic, basically.
Yeah, so I think it's the same. Basically, you're hitting the button on the same frame that you're trying to cast magic and switch character. So I'm hitting on my control scheme. I have Z and C and Y and Z are switch character, and C is cast magic. So usually I'm hitting Z and C at the exact same time because they're right on top of each other, and that allows me to switch characters at the same time I cast magic. Alright, so here we're gonna... I think we can just walk on the map, actually. Yeah. I think it's the same time either way if we walk on the map back to the village or just kind of cut across by exiting the Whispering Woods, so we're just gonna walk around here.
Yep, Rayearth, that's exactly what the magic glitch is. And this is capture card.
Alright, so Palizu, it kind of burned down because a volcano erupted. This is the volcano we're looking for, so... that little map that we just passed through is where the boulder is at the beginning of the game when the village is still green. So now we're heading to the Lair of Truth. This is my third least favorite dungeon because it is quite difficult to platform through because there's a lot of moving platforms. And you don't have the running skill, so you need to gain running speed by moving a lot.
Oh no.
So it's a little annoying.
Yeah, we've seen how that's
So,
gone so far. But you can do it.
Yeah, it should be fine. So we get Hikaru's the only one that gets her last magic here. It's called Flash or Hikari. It's her dog. We summon her dog.
From another world.
Yep.
She becomes Renoa from Final Fantasy VIII.
Yes. Renoa and Angelo. I had to wait for this platform because I got hit.
Yeah, may the power of the Triforce be with you.
Oh,
yeah, that's
okay.
the wrong game, but we appreciate the sentiment.
No, I want to go up. I said I want to go up. Thank you. And snake around here, and here's some snakes. Because this game allows snakes. There was a game earlier that didn't allow snakes in it, but this game allows snakes.
Ew.
So we're gonna go up. And this way, yep. Go through here. You're supposed to go like way the far around to get through there, but there's a gap in the boulders you can just squeeze through.
Yes, her dog's name is Hikari. Hikaru has Hikari.
See if I remember the teleports here. You want to go here. I think there's a faster way to do this, but... Okay, go to the left. Watch out for the geezers. Up. Watch out for the geezers.
You got this.
Go to this one. Nope, not that one. Or was it that one? That one and go down? Yes. Yes, there we go. Okay. So this is the first of the really bad jumps. Alright. Wait for these platforms to line up. Yes, I got it. Okay. There's a snake that's flying around. We're gonna tornado him, because if he knocks us off this platform, these platforms don't count as solid ground. So if we get knocked off these platforms, we're back to the start of this jumping section.
Okay, I see why you dislike this place.
We used to be able to use Fu's final match to just float through some of these rooms. Okay, we're done with the jumping. There's snakes on the bridge. Just wanna do that. Alright. We are through the dungeon. I'm gonna switch to Fu.
We're at the are we near the end?
Yes, this is the final dungeon of the game.
Okay.
Because everything after this is just boss rushes.
Got
basically.
it.
It's just a big old boss rush at the end normal dungeon. So final dungeon, yay. And here is Hikaru's machine, Rayearth, and Alcyon's gonna do one last stand to prevent us from reviving the machine. So she tells us that she's been doing this for Zagat because she loves him, even though I didn't switch Hikaru's match to the right one. That's fine though. Even though he doesn't care about her. Alright, come on. Nope. There we go. So Hikari or Flash is the strongest spell in the game. All bosses will die to it in 2 hits. You know, assuming I can cast it. Nope, okay. We just switch to Umi and do it this way. Or is it 3 hits? Might be 3 hits. Yeah, it's 3 hits. There we go. Okay. Not bad. Just had to use the opposite direction magic glitching switching there.
So there's one down.
Well, she's the last one of the 3 that have fought us along the way, because in that part that we skipped with the boulder glitch, at the very end of that area we fight Caldina again, and she ends up dying there. And right before that, Ascot also dies. Because during that whole section, Ascot joins our party and helps us out, and we become his friend. And then Alcyone betrays Caldina and kills Ascot, but Caldina thinks it was us, and a bunch of stuff, so. So we're kind of at the end here. We were kind of like, you know, why does everyone we make friends with or try to help end up dying? And that's just the sad truth of this world.
I implore you, return me to my
Spoilers, it gets worse. So Inova is talking to Zagat here, and he wants to have his limiters removed so he can go beat us up.
Powerful enough to threaten you, but to accomplish that, I must abandon this frail shell.
This chick is not a dragon, however, she can summon a dragon.
Yeah, Umi can summon dragons. But Inova's not a dragon. He's not a dragon. He's something else. But I guess if we're going by TV tropes terms, then I guess he is a dragon, because isn't the dragon the right-hand man of the main evil person?
I don't know, so.
I don't remember my tropes very well. Alright.
Tropes is like Wikipedia for me, where I get lost in it.
It's like, yeah, 5 hours later. You click on one link, 5 hours later you have 100 tabs open, and you don't know where you are, what time is it, it's dark outside, your cats are wanting food.
What's the world record for this game?
126? Something like that? I meant to check it before I started, but didn't.
I'll pull it up.
It's somewhere in the 120s. Oh, I need to heal here.
So
It's-
any percent no please or skip is 124.41.
So this is Precia. She's the one who made us our weapons that we skipped over. And here's a little graphical glitch here. That chair that's floating in the back, that's from the beginning of the game. We're supposed to go here, talk to the chair, then we get captured, and then Precia becomes our friend. Makona's sitting in that chair. So normally that chair is supposed to be turned around. There's supposed to be a lot of papers scattered on the floor because Makona was playing around. But this is another instance of we're glad the flags work properly here, so we can, not have to do the tutorial dungeon. I don't know why they give us control here to walk into the teleporter.
So you don't fall asleep.
I guess. So we get teleported back to... This is where the game started, actually. Second part. This is where we were summoned to Sephiroth. Kind of lagged there, okay. This is Clef. We're finally meeting him, like, in the stone flesh. So he's almost close to, like, dying because he's been turned to stone for so long. But, we'll fix him soon. So, we're gonna fight Inova in a second here, once the loading finishes. He's very strong, but we got help. Fario knocks his horn off, even though I don't see a horn on his sprite at all. So again, nope, come on. Give me flash. Thank you. Hikaru does not have enough magic to cast flash on her own. We need to use magic glitch just because we're so underleveled. I think flash takes like 9 or 10 magic to cast normally. Alright, Inova's red. He's gonna take one more hit. Come on. Stop blinking. Nope, I gotta switch to Umi now. Okay, come on. He's gonna dash around. Come on. There we go. Like I said, I had to change the way I'm holding the controller to do it the opposite direction for the magic glitch. Alright, so Inova's down. We got a full heal. We're going to head back up to the Cape. And all of our friends that are still alive are going to meet us here.
And like one person.
There's a lot of people. Basically, all the people who weren't totally directly doing anything with us, so...
That's actually more than I thought it would be.
Yeah. So this is the point of no return. We summon the machines and go to Zagot's castle. He literally says, like, "Are you ready to go? You can't come back after you go up there." So we summon our machines, and we summon them in their giant robot form.
Mecha! So this is some mecha for you guys. You guys just really want to put Gundam in this.
All giant robots are Gundams, right?
I'm more of a Escafrone type.
Escaflowne, that's a good one. I like Star Driver. That's probably my favorite giant robot show. So another boss fight, another fight where we do magic glitch to use flash.
Holy moly. Yes, Robotech is amazing. That's like huge robots.
I've never watched Robotech / Macross. Doesn't help that it's kind of well, the original is kind of inaccessible, but okay, we got Magicless 3 times, almost 3 times in a row. We missed one, but that was easy. They got just kind of goes down. Oh, there's a cutscene there.
I like how they actually put all these bosses lining them up at the end.
So, this was an RPG, right? Yeah?
I don't like
RPG, yeah?
how we say that.
Yeah. Okay, no, now it's a shmup. Hi, we're playing a shmup now. So this is Eternal Spiral. This is a GOTS machine. It summons bees. The bees are very annoying because they shoot lasers. So I'm using Fu here. Normally Fu's the weakest attacker, but there was not a glitch, but I guess an exploit found where every one of Fu's arrows does damage to the boss. So the more arrows we hit him with at once, the more damage he's gonna take. Otherwise, Hikaru is the strongest against this boss, because main character powers. Also, his hitboxes are really weird. And he's also very strong. And his hitboxes don't become active until after he attacks, usually. He hit me somehow. I don't know how he did that. Okay, we destroyed his armor. That's just waste time, actually, because you have to wait for it to be blown up. Come on, charge. Slashing sword. Yep. Charging again. Gonna charge. Slash a sword. Yep. Come on. Come back up. So I can't hit him again after hitting him until he attacks.
Yeah, I would not have the patience for this.
Oops, sword. There we go. Not bad. It can go a lot faster if you position yourself right and just kind of attack when he's not blocking. And yeah. So we're on to the final boss now. That wasn't the final boss. There's one more. You think we defeated the cutscene? I forget how many cutscenes they shove in at the end. You think because we defeated Zagat, then everything's fine, right? We're gonna go find the princess and rescue her. Tell her that everything's okay. And Clef is fine now. He teleports in and says, "You have to go alone to see the princess. She's right in this room behind me." There she is. We're telling her we saved Sephiroth. We defeated Zagat, and she's like, "Unforgivable, unforgivable. You killed the one I loved." So turns out that Sephiroth was peaceful because of Emerald's prayer. She's the pillar of the world. And as long as her thoughts are towards the safety of the world, Sephiroth will be safe. But she fell in love with Zagat, her priest, and Zagat fell in love with her, so her thoughts drifted, and she wasn't able to protect Sephiroth. Therefore, she summoned us, the Magic Knights, to kill her. So she summons her own machine to fight us, because it has to be a fair fight. And she just knocks us out right away. We're not strong enough. We skipped a few levels, so we're not strong enough in our current form. So, in that cutscene that I skipped, Makona comes and gives us a power up and transforms us into the ultimate fighting machine, and combines our 3 robots together, Voltron style. And now we're on the final boss. Ugh.
So at least she has the set pattern.
Oh, I'm dead. I just noticed I got hit. That's okay. We'll just get kicked back to the start of the fight here.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Wait, what?
Just want to prove you wrong.
Okay.
Well, she had a set pattern.
That's time. If you look at my HP bar, I don't have any HP.
You're gonna have to review that later and find out what's going on.
Okay, that counted.
Excellent work, fair magic knights.
But Clef,
I've seen it happen where I've killed her, and on the same frame I died, and that didn't count. But I think I got hit when I was casting magic, and the magic overrode me dying, so it just continued.
So now you just have to try and recreate that and see if it's a constant.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen it happen before, but I don't know.
Remember this. No matter where you go,
Anything you want to say?
What was my time?
It is 1:44:41.
Okay, good. I got like 1:44:39 on my end. That's fine. That's a PB by like 3 minutes. So
Good job.
yay! I PB'd on both of my runs this marathon. So ending cutscene. Emerald Spirit sends us back to Tokyo. It's the same exact time as when we left. We have these little rocks in our hands. We saved Sephiroth, or did we? To be continued in
Dun,
season
dun, dun.
2, which they didn't make a game for season 2, I think. So.
Is there anything else that you want to say?
No, thank you all for watching. I love this game a lot. I recommend playing it. Like I said, the Japanese version costs $5. You can easily play the game that way. It's not too difficult to play. You just won't get any of the story. So very nice game. Very glad that it came out. I don't know if we have time. Do we have time for the credits to go through? Yeah, like 3 minutes, I think. 2 minutes. All right, we'll let the credit. There's a little message at the end in the special thanks.
Okay. I have a quick announcement then.
Sure, go ahead.
So basically, we have a open period. Muffins is inviting people to join Frame Fatales. We can give you a link inside of chat if you are a woman that's interested in speedrunning, or attending the events, or just, enjoy speedrunning. So chat, if you could just give that link.
If anyone that owns this game would like to learn how to speedrun it, there is a very detailed route guide for the entire game on the speedrun.com page, along with breakdown videos and what do you call it? Explanations of all the glitches in the game. And me and Shen Talk are the 2 active runners right now. We're both very happy to answer any questions about this game, about running it if you are so interested. The Japanese version speedrun is about 90 minutes slower due to the not being able to skip the voice text though. So if you do want to speedrun it, you do. There's a JP category if you speedrun that one. Otherwise, most people run the US version because it's faster. So the credits here are just showing all the different characters in the game. Nice 90s anime art. Clamp had a very distinctive style in their art with like the big eyes, the long legs, and really good, I think, robot designs, background designs as well.
Yeah, they sort of just churned out a lot of anime and manga.
Yeah. They were very prolific, and they've slowed down now, but they were very prolific in the 90s and early 2000s. So here we're going to be seeing the special thanks and the very special thanks at the very end here. Very special thanks to Mountain Dew, of course, and patient Saturn fans, as again, this game they announced they were localizing this game in 1995 when it originally came out. It didn't come out till 1998. So people were waiting a very long time for this game to come out. And again, very last Saturn game released in the US commercially. There's been a few like indie projects since, but yeah, that is Magic Knight Rayearth. Thank you for watching. I think the art showcase is next. I don't remember this. Art showcase is next. So that's going to be fun to watch. Get some relaxing, have a cup of tea or coffee while you watch some nice art being made on the stream. And
Exactly.
thank you all for having me.
Thank you guys. You've been lovely.